Hello, my name is Helen Symington and I'm the sales executive at PTFS Europe. I'm going to talk to you all today about what PTFS Europe's professional services are. We are recording this webinar and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel at PTFS Europe alongside our other webinars and videos on our products and services. As always, we'll stop the recording for the Q&A to allow for open discussion at the end. So just a little bit of background on PTFS Europe. We are a privately owned UK-based virtual company, so all of our employees work from home. We work with open source software. More specifically, we offer open source library solutions. An impressive 75% of our staff are former librarians or have library experience, myself included, although I suspect it would be more accurate to say once a librarian, always a librarian. You can see in the slide here just a small selection of our customers. We work with libraries across all sectors, and I have to say one of my favorite things about my job is discovering libraries and library sectors I never knew existed. For example, did you know that there's a National Needlework Archive, and they've got a library of books, magazines, and instruction leaflets and patterns about textiles? There's also a National Wool Museum in Wales, which it just delights me, to be perfectly honest with you. So, as a company, we are deeply committed to three core ethical values: being socially equitable, economically responsible, and environmentally conscious. And by that, we mean to be socially equitable, we want to promote equal access to technology and knowledge, regardless of an individual's or organization's economic status. By contributing to and supporting open source projects, we help create a more level playing field for libraries across the world, enabling institutions of all sizes to access high quality software solutions. To be economically responsible, we mirror the open source model, demonstrating that it's possible to create value and sustain operations without exploiting users or resorting to predatory business practices. We strive to provide value to our customers and community while maintaining a sustainable business. We believe in fair pricing, efficient resource use, and creating mutual benefit for all stakeholders. And finally, PTFS Europe is a net zero carbon company. It's important to us that we are environmentally conscious. We strive to maintain and improve our sustainability to minimize our impact on the environment. But it's not just us, it's also the people we work with. We want to help our customers to be more sustainable and environmentally conscious too. Open source is a collaborative venture, and collaborative development leads to more efficient code, reducing energy consumption. Open source solutions can extend the life of hardware, reducing e-waste. And the open source community's emphasis on remote collaboration aligns with our efforts to reduce travel and minimize our carbon footprint. These values not only guide our daily operations, but also align closely with the principles that underpin the open source movement and libraries themselves. Next month, my lovely colleague Sam will be telling us what sustainability means for open source and PTFS Europe as part of the Essential series. So if you haven't already signed up for their webinar, I highly recommend that you do so after this one. So the products we work with are the Core Library Management System, Aspen Discovery Platform, and Metabase Analytics. Koa was the first open source library management system, and it's celebrating its 25th birthday this year. Aspen Discovery is a full-featured open source discovery system agnostic to library management systems and discovery systems. Metabase is an open source, web-based business intelligence and analytics system that generates complex data sets for enhanced reporting and visualization of your library's metrics. Some of our customers have only one of these products, some have a combination. Some of our customers have other products that integrate with the systems that we offer. Now, like libraries, open source is for everyone. There are no license fees to work with open source solutions. So if we're not selling the license to the systems, what do we do and what can we offer you? As you can see on the screen, we do quite a lot of things, and I'm going to talk about each of them. But first off, software as a service could be considered the overarching thing that we do. It means we are responsible for the day-to-day infrastructure behind the system. be that Koa, Aspen Discovery, Metabase, or whatever combination of those three you have. Another way to put it is to say that we implement the systems our customers use, host them, migrate their data from their old system to the one we have implemented, support our customers, train them, and integrate the other systems they use with those we provide. We are active in the communities for the products, developing new features and bug fixing, which are always shared back to the community too. So let's start with implementation. In order to serve the system, we need to implement it. An implementation process is determined by the customer and their needs. Each implementation is project managed by one of our superb projects team, whose skills and expertise ensure that each project is delivered on time, on budget, and to a high standard. Each project is different, but will include a combination of the following stages: installation, configuration, data migration, integration, development, training, and support. To host the software, we use third-party data centers, and we deliberately choose data centers that have environmental and sustainable practices, for example, using renewable energy to power them. We assess the size each server needs to be for each customer at the procurement stage so that we can provide a server which has enough memory and processor capacity for current usage, peak usage periods, for example, at the start of an academic year or during the summer reading challenge, but we also account for room to grow. We do this for a few reasons. One is to keep costs down, and two, to ensure that the server is no bigger than it needs to be until it needs to be, so that we're not using more energy than we need to. Systems reside on their own operating system and are not competing with resources from other customers. Once we have set up the server, the software is on. We ensure that the server is secure by monitoring it and dealing with any concerns that come up that might impact performance or security. We take security very seriously and are ISO 27001 Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus accredited. At PTFS Europe, we upgrade all of our customers to stay in line with the current version. This means that not only are our customers using the current versions of our products, but it ensures that they benefit from all the enhancements that come with the new versions. Having us host the software allows us to offer a comprehensive service package, which in turn allows your time to be spent doing what you do best, running your libraries. We will configure the system to your requirements. Now, it's a little hard to really show configurations other than branding and design of the public interface for your chosen solution, like the ones I have on the slide here. On the left, I have two Koa OPACs. Beside that, two Aspen Discoveries, and then two examples of Metabase dashboards to give you an idea of what they look like. But there are a lot of configurations that have nothing to look at. For example, we'll help you choose a URL and email for your system and set this up. How staff and public users are authenticated to access your systems, as well as rules for how your users interact with the system. With Koa, for example, we'll configure circulation rules and patron rules. However, we don't just set these up for you, we'll also provide training and tools to allow libraries to do a lot of these configurations themselves. The two images on the far right are of the system preferences in Koa and the administration area of Aspen Discovery, which gives the librarians who have access to those parts of the systems the freedom and flexibility to set their systems up how they like and make changes when required. All of my slides are quite busy, and data migration is another example of having really busy slides. But part of that is because there are so many different steps to the data migration process from your current system to Koha. However, at PTFS Europe, we have experienced data migration specialists who have migrated data from a variety of systems to Koa. I can't stress how brilliant they are. And your data conversion is really carefully managed by them to ensure that nothing gets forgotten or left off. The data migration team will talk you through how your data maps to COA and the terminology used in COA. So, for example, if you refer to them as customers, users, readers, patrons, what is the equivalent in COA and what do you want those terms to be? You'll be encouraged to think about your data. For example, how many sites, how many different libraries you have, what patron and staff categories you have, your access rights, shelving locations, item types, collection codes, and more. It's also the perfect time to do a certain amount of data cleansing and transformation. The tables on the right-hand side of the slide are examples of the information we will gather from you to discuss any changes you want to make and where this information will then later be found. One of the best things about open source solutions are their ability to integrate with other systems. I referred to Aspen Discovery as agnostic to LMS and discovery systems at the start of the webinar, and that's a really good term for all open source systems. However, just because open source systems are open to integrating with everyone doesn't mean that those other systems are equally open. My slide has a few examples of systems we frequently integrate with, but this is by no means an exhaustive list. Our products have a wide range of open APIs and web services which support the full range of functionality offered by the systems and make a large number of integrations to other systems possible, including self-issue terminals, entry gates, import of staff and user data from registry systems, SMS notifications sent via SMS gateway providers, e-content providers, online payments, financial systems, and more. We have a fantastic development team who also work as part of our support team, addressing bugs and adding new features. They are heavily involved in both the COA and the Aspen communities and are contributing to the development of those products. On my slide here, I have screenshots of PTFS Europe's in progress stuff to give you an idea of just how much is going on at any given time. The links are for our release notes for both COA and Aspen that give you highlights of the new features coming in the newest versions. And we tailor those highlights to really bring forth things that we think that you guys will find really useful. If there are developments you would like to see, discuss these with your account manager who will be able to assess if it's possible in the first place, if it's already on the roadmap or in development, and if there would be any cost implications. The open source software that we support is 100% user driven through their global communities. To make sure that our customers have a voice in the evolution of the software, we regularly respond to development requests from our customers to enhance our systems for all users. We also commit to making sure that our products meet current best practice and all relevant legislative requirements as standard. We develop our products and services with the goal of making this technology easy to help and enable library users and ultimately free libraries to do the things that they do best. PTFS Europe always provides core training on COA during an implementation project. By default, we deliver this training online, but we are happy to deliver it on site at a small additional cost if that's the customer's preference. As you can see from the slide, we break down the training into focused areas. Training is usually in groups of up to 8 staff, often module specialists, who learn about the functionality available. They then cascade this to relevant colleagues and interested parties. We provide a variety of guides, documentation, testing plans, scenarios, and checklists as part of the training. Outside of the training we provide of an implementation, we also offer bespoke online training that can be requested at any time through the customer's account manager and can be on any topic. The open source community ensures that information on the systems are freely available so anyone can access the full documentation, including manuals and tutorials. For example, we at PTFS Europe publish weekly What's on Our Mind posts that are often focused on specific topics. And finally, there are user groups people can join for community and peer support. PTFS Europe supports our customers throughout the entirety of their time with us. Our support is something we are very proud of. We don't have tiered support levels. All of our customers receive the same level of support. Every customer has a dedicated account manager. Our support desk portal allows customers to report problems 24/7. Our support department is available from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and support calls can be placed by telephone, email, or via our online support portal. Support covers system administration, so your backups, database maintenance, etc., monitoring and security, your annual upgrades, help with configuring policies and notices, assistance in writing reports, export jobs, management of your background jobs, so your notices and your fines, for example. But regardless of what it is you're thinking about, it's always worth reaching out and chatting to us, whether that be through a ticket or directly to your account manager. We still want to know what you're thinking about so that we can help provide the best service possible. We will keep in touch with you too. Your account manager will check in on a regular basis to make sure everything is working smoothly. Our YouTube channel and website is regularly updated with new information on our products. We hold open discussions, we send out newsletters and press releases, we hold conferences both online and in person, and we promote the user groups within the communities for our customers. Obviously, the main reason people come to us is because of all the services we offer, but the reason so many people like working with us is because we solve problems. We listen, find solutions, and commit to deliver these solutions for our customers as part of our complete managed service and support package. I'm going to stop recording in a moment ahead of the attendee Q&A session, but before that, I'd just like to point you to our upcoming webinar topics for March. So I hope this has been informative, and thank you all for joining.